Hello friends, it's Mary from Rocky Mountain Gardens back again today, and I'd like to welcome anyone who happens to be new here for the first time. Now today we are going to be redoing my gallery wall, and this is something I had promised earlier in the fall that I would film for you so that you all could get some ideas for this type of project. So let's just jump right in and get started with this project. If you have not seen a video of my gallery wall here by my front door, which is right there and is, you can see today I have begun doing some decorating for Christmas, getting ready for my home tour for you guys. Now I actually have a space above this chair rail that you see right there. And I'm going to be adding some more artwork above that chair rail. Looking forward to adding more artwork and making this even more interesting and pretty. So we're going to be removing everything from the wall and starting from scratch. So if you have never done a gallery wall, this would be a good opportunity for you maybe to get some tips on how to create one of these, and I think you'll find it's quite easy. Let's get started by removing some of these pieces of art. Here I am removing a screw that will be in the way for what I am hanging in this spot. So as you can see, I have a few of my items still hanging. I may have to move them later, but for now, I'm going to leave them here in this wreath here because I like where they are. Now, it's, going to work out fine. The first thing I'm going to hang is this mirror that you may have seen me refinish some time ago. And it's very heavy, so we need to use more than just a simple nail to place it and make sure it's there safely. So you may have seen these before if you're familiar with hanging heavy objects, but this is it's a wall anchor, and it just screws into the wall once you find the place where you'd like to put it. And of course it comes with a screw that fits in for hanging any of your heavier objects. And that's what I'm going to be doing right now to prepare for hanging the mirror. The first thing I need to do is to determine exactly where I want to place the hanger. So as you can see, I have a wire hanger here on this piece, and I have to figure out exactly where that will be when I am hanging it. I'm going to just mark that spot with a pencil. So I have my spot right there. I'm going to draw a little dot so I remember where to drill. To start this little wall anchor, I'm going to use a nail to make a hole so that the wall anchor can screw in more easily. And we just take the hammer it into this little spot, and then I can pull it right back out. So next I will take my wall anchor and get it started drilling in. And then next I'll screw in the screw. And it's ready to hang now. So I'll just place this wire and there you are. The mirror's hung, easy as can be. I'm going to try taking this little calligraphy piece. Because this is a small piece, lightweight, I'm going to take a small nail, that's all we need, to hang it up. Right here. So this is what I've done thus far. I have this long piece of artwork that I'm keeping right here, the mirror. It's a little hard to see because of the angle with my Christmas decorations. Let's try moving. There we go, that's a little better. Now, as you can see, I don't measure anything, I don't place anything, try to line everything up precisely, because to me that looks too matchy-matchy. So I just sort of space things out asymmetrically, but I try to have a balanced look as well. And as you can see here, I have left this shelf hanging in the same spot as well, because that will have Christmas decorations on it here shortly. All right, so we still have a space here in this area below this larger picture. And of course, we have room above to hang some additional artwork. How will we do that? Well, I will need to find pieces that fit within the spaces. And I may have to do some moving, like even though I hadn't wanted to move this wreath, I think I might have to move it over closer into this area to fill this empty space. I think I might do that first. So this nail is rather large, and I'm going to pull it out with my hammer, and I'm using a dishcloth to protect my wall from any damage as I push against it like this. Now that's leaving a rather large hole, which I will repair with just like a wood putty, and I can also touch it up with my paint if it is not covered up by another picture as I create this gallery. So there we are with the nail removed. It was actually in a 2x4, you know, because it hit that 2x4 as it was being hammered in. Because it was in a 2x4, it was a little harder to remove. Now we're going to find our spot for this, which is about right there. I'm going to put my nail right where I want it to be, hold the spot, and then we'll just hammer that in. You can see I left it sticking out pretty far because this is a big wreath to get it to hang on there properly, the way I want it to be. And then I can add back my home sign as well. I chose this piece to be put up here by my wreath. It just fits in pretty well. So we'll go ahead and hang it. I think it's looking very nicely next to this large painting and above the wreath right here. Next, we'll hang this very large piece in this empty space right over here. Now we have this empty spot right here, and I have to find the perfect piece that will fit there. I do have this one, so I'm going to just go up my ladder. I like it lower down there, but I'm going to have to think of what I'm going to add up in this empty spot. So I have this piece, like I said, and then guess what I found in my garage? This little thrifted girl praying, isn't she darling? and I've had it in my garage for a while, but it's going to fill in the other space. So basically I'm going to stack these two above each other for a very asymmetrical look. Here's what we have so far in our gallery arrangement. As you can see, I like to use different sizes of artwork, even different colors in their mat boards and their frames. Works just fine. So we have to fill in this empty area right over here. Let's get started. Now for one of my favorite thrifted oil paintings. Isn't this gorgeous, guys? And of course, you know how much I love flowers. So we're going to hang it right next to the wreath right here. Let's do that. Next, for this important season of the year, I have a portrait of Santa that I will be hanging right next to my oil painting. So I have one more empty spot here, and I'm going to be hanging this lovely print. I just fell in love with this when I saw it at the thrift store. So let's hang that up. Now I want to point out to you again, just a reminder that it is best, in my opinion, of design to not let everything be perfectly spaced. So everything is lined up perfectly with, I don't know, like a grid, I guess you would call it. I think it looks much more interesting to have different types of spaces between your artwork. As you can see that I've done on this area. So next, I'm going to go ahead and hang some artwork above the chair rail there. In order to help keep your picture straight instead of all going crooked, there are these nice little, I think they're mainly used for doors, like cabinet doors in your kitchen, to make them close more quietly. But these have sort of a rubbery finish, which means that they help your picture to stay in place when you put them on the bottom two corners of your picture. They work quite well, and that rubbery surface really helps to enable them to stay put. In any case, you can buy these. They're pretty inexpensive at Walmart, for example, and they work great. I highly recommend these. This Santa portrait I will replace with another piece of artwork. And guys, I actually have been keeping my eyes peeled when I've been thrifting, looking for either an oil painting or some sort of print that has two little boys and a dog. That will remind me of my grandsons and their love for their dogs. As you can see, I have some of my Christmas decorations here on this shelf. I love this shelf because it allows me to do a lot of fun decorating. for each of the seasons. Standing back, this is what you will see on my gallery wall. Well, I certainly hope that this video has been helpful for you if you have been considering creating a gallery wall at your own home. Just pick a wall that seems to be sort of blank, and you can collect lots of art when you're out thrifting. Of course, you can use pieces that you already own as well and move things around in your home. Don't be afraid to do that. It adds more interest to your space, and I think you will find it to be fun and easy to do, especially if you're not hung up on measuring every little space and having everything 2 inches apart, or whatever criteria you have sort of chosen or thought about. You can be more free with your placement of your artwork, and it's also a great idea, I just might add, to use some other media in your gallery wall, such as the grapevine wreath that you saw on my wall. Is not a piece of artwork, but it just adds a different sort of feeling of interest into your collection that you're doing on your wall. Okay, well, thank you for stopping by, and if you've stuck through this video to get through and see everything there was that I did to create my space, I say thank you for staying with me through this. And also come on back, because very soon I'll be doing my Christmas home tour, as I said, and I can't wait to share with you all of the decor that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks. And if you like what you've seen here, please think about subscribing, because I do everything that's connected to homes and garden. That's where my love lies, is decorating both indoors and out. In the meantime, have a lovely holiday season. This is Mary saying bye for now.